On Enclave themed scoreboard, Season 14 is slated to go live in August, and the latest Datamines have revealed a lot of what to expect. In today's video, we're going through all of the known rewards, including a new ally, model vehicles, a military cryo freezer that actually stops all food spoilage, and the amazing Enclave Deep Space power armor. Let's take a closer look at Season 14. Special thanks to Sugarbombs Rads for providing me with the visuals for today's video. Consistently giving us a first look at new items coming to the game, please give them a follow on Twitter. All links are in the video description. Today's video is timestamped with all the items split into categories, but up first we're taking a look at player icons. There's a total of 11 of these, and they feature imagery pulled from the scoreboard, including things like Liberty Prime and the Space Power Armor. There are of course some thematic Photomode frames as well with next season, with the July 4th, Independence Day and Presidential Photomode Frames. Now moving on to the wall decor section, we kick things off with the board itself. This has been split up further into separate paintings with each of the images available in their own frames. Celebrate your birthday with a new birthday banner. And there are some new additions for camp signage as well, as we have a pair of Don't Do Chems notice signs. And it's nice to finally get some of this design with some different wording. A series of recruitment posters you might see out in the world space can now be built in your camp as well thanks to Season 14. Really interesting item next, we have an antique hanging telephone. And it looks like it will fit seamlessly within camp builds. And there's also another warning sign, this time against deathclaws. A patriotic season is perhaps no surprise the bald eagle will work its way in, with the mounted eagle gun rack. So yeah, confirmation in the storefront images that this will actually double up as a display. Moving on to the next section now with floor decor, and there's a lot in here, starting with this tricycle. A possible random scene encounter, the undetonated bomb, can also now be built as a floor decor piece in your camp. The latest small additions to the camp build menu are these sets of vehicles, which include a vertibird, APC and a tank. And these will be very small indeed judging by the storefronts, but will be perfect for miniature camp builders. A shooting target stand is another floor decor reward, and it seems to come with only one variant. Celebrate your achievements with a set of trophies and plaques, and there's definitely some more great clutter options here. Time for a first look at Season 14's unique Tricentennial Stein, and it's one of the most colourful ones yet. A presidential and enclave rug are also perfect for this theme. And sticking with the presidential theme for a moment, let's move on to the weapons coming with Season 14. Starting with the presidential paints for the 50 cal, as well as for the LMG, and also one for the Tesla rifle. There's even a Mace of the Republic, which looks like it's straight out of the real House of Representatives. And last but not least, we have the unique 10mm pistol called Circuit Breaker. Thanks to Mapex on the Datamined Discord, as we appear to now have an indication of what this will do. Plus 50% armor penetration, 5% reload speed, and it does energy-based damage. But its unique perk is the last shot in a magazine, which will cause an explosion removing 100 health points, bypassing any resistances or reductions, dealing 50 energy damage, and will also trigger a 10-second stun or paralysis to your target and any nearby enemies. We'll definitely need to wait for full confirmation on this one, but it's definitely sounding very interesting at the moment. Moving on to power armor now. With more presidential themed items, the paints for this season are like the weapons. And I actually really like how this paint looks though, and it's very understated, but looks good I think for each of the models. As good as they look, I think the Enclave Deep Space power armor comes out on top, emblazoned with the Enclave and USSA logos, and perhaps it's a little bit of a nod to Starfield as well, releasing in the not too distant future. We do have a couple of storefronts, and it does look more like a modified X1 suit in these. I'm not seeing a unique jetpack or weapon in these images, but it would be cool to see some other space-themed items to go with this. The armor sets for next season are also pretty good I think, with this paint set, and it's called the Alaskan Winter Paint, and it's available for every type of armor we can currently make. To go with these, there's also an Alaskan Winter Under Armor as well, which is the same design, and looks good in these storefronts. Backpacks and flares next, and we have one called the Ammo Bag, which features a frag mine and some mags. This is one of the better backpacks I think I've seen, with some great details. Another variant of the box backpack with this medical variant. And next we have a new backpack flare called the Birthday Cake. Moving on to Pip-Boy skins, and there's just the one this time around, which is the Nuka-Cola paint. We also have a single wallpaper that is slated to be released with Season 14, and this is called the Oval Office wallpaper. Whether it's used for that or not is up to you, but judging by these storefronts, it doesn't look too clean, and it could definitely be a great option for pre-war looking camp builds. This pair of floors are also on the board, called the grey camo carpet and green camo carpet. And the perfect item to complement your Oval Office wallpaper is this presidential desk, as we can see it set down in here. Another item for the set are the Oval Office curtains. But now flipping the script a bit, we leave the presidential themes behind for this Raider 4-poster bed. Moving on to some utility skins and items now. Up first we have a new skin for the scrap box, or pair of skins I should say, with these H&H paints. There's also another display case. This one is a wine display rack, and it looks great in these storefronts. Now this item is very interesting. On first viewing I thought this was just a reskin of the previously released Brotherhood of Steel stash box, but this is actually the military cryo freezer. Unlike other freezers from the Atomic Shop, items stored in here will not actually spoil at all, and they can actually hold up to 150 individual items. And it's definitely an item to look out for, I think. The Enclave are getting their own ammo storage box, which is another item to add to their collection, but it's not the only Enclave themed skin of course. You can also customize your loot bag with the Enclave loot bag skin, and you can do the same with the Enclave mobile relay survival tent. We can't really see it too well in this image, but it does apparently have multiple storage functions, including ammo and junk, which not all the survival tents have had so far. Moving on, the latest Collectron skin is straight out of the world space with the Auto Miner Collectron, and I hope this is the first of many world objects making its way over, as an Assaultron Collectron is definitely still on my wish list. Up next are the Tesla Power Connectors and a new Fermenter skin. It's great to see the Tesla Power Connectors finally after their datamined so long ago. You can also deck out your ProSnap camera with the American Stripes paint. And one of my favourite datamined items is up next, as we have the Mr. Handy cooking station. This one will also have animations similar to the previous workbenches like this, but yeah, I love the detail on this model. And it does remind me a little bit of your birthday party from Fallout 3, with the Mr. Handy ruining the cake. Lastly for today, we have next season's ally. This is a new light ally called Grandma Junko, and she will prepare Grandma's home-cooked meal, filling your hunger and thirst meters and freezing them for 1 hour. Her ally station is a pre-war fancy chair. But that's it for Season 14 rewards that have been datamined. What do you think of the next season's rewards? Where do you think these rewards stack up compared to previous seasons? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this particular video, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. We post a variety of Fallout 76 content, so turning on the bell icon is definitely the best way to stay up to date. With that said, Bo, I'm off. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.